Down. 180. Right there in the middle. 55. I got one. Check out.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Melvin Gordon. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Jackson. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
180. Here we go. Double time, double time.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw again. Carr. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game.
And when you say a long way to go, you mean the full 99 yards backed up almost as far as you can be. And they also have to be aware that the defense is going to come after them. A lot of defense will blitz and attack in this situation, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On the counter, here's Gordon. Gets around him. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run with Thomas, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's Williams on the catch. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Carr. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Carr come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. It's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Jackson now. And an alley to run. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Tack McKinley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Carr. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Gets it to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. It cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 38, Carr. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, that ball complete to Isabella. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Oh, able to avoid him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes The other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And some room to work. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Ty Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Carr now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, it's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Complete to Dorsett. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on first down is Carr. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Carr again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To throw is Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
To throw, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Carr. Dorsett's got it. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
And taken right at the 35. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Carr going to go on fourth down. Dorsett making the catch. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Screen play, Johnson. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Panthers, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.